YouTube and Instagram. Lucky, what's the word? Tune in for the beginning of the show. And we ain't even waiting for nobody to come in. We never do. Whoever rock with us, rock with us. Let's get it. You know what I mean? Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la, are we They go, ooh la la, are we She like, ooh la la, are we They go, ooh la la, are we On a Friday, best day, blessed day. Ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovitz. Popovitz TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Over here on this side, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page and diddy to the left, that's right, diddy to the left, take that, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. What up, people? And we is in the end game, people. And we in the end game because it's Friday. Best day, blessed day. I be playing when I say that, but I also be serious. Reflection day, week is done. How you feeling? Where your energy is at? Where your mental state is at? You know, obviously closing out the year, 2025 be right here before you know it. And you know, as you get ready for your New Year plans, as you revving it up for your New Year's resolutions, you know, other people is dealing with a lot of things. And real briefly, this wasn't a topic, but I seen it like, damn, this is what people do around, it's Christmas time for those that celebrate and the happy holidays. And it's not just Christmas time or the holidays. People do wild shit, outlandish, horrible, deplorable, all type of things, all type of the season. But you say out in Germany, and we seen it here in America as well, where people come to the movie theater dressed as Bane, shoot the movie theater up, well, or downtown 42nd, drive their, you know, vehicle, or somebody drunk driving, or whatever the case may be, and trample over some people. I think the last one actually was on the Lower East Side for the 4th of July. They was down there watching the fireworks. Somebody out of control did the most, kill some people. Well, I think 2 is dead. Rest in peace, and like 60 is injured. Some person used their car as a battering ram, drove into people at the Christmas ball, as they say, you know, for those that celebrating, you know what I mean? Invisible Man, what's the word? You know, if y'all watch the channel, y'all rock with Popovitz, then you already know I don't personally celebrate. I don't knock nobody that do. But again, it don't matter if it's the holiday times. But I'll say just quickly to the holiday times, like I said during Thanksgiving, another holiday which I don't celebrate, is, you know, just the people all of a sudden want to be generous, want to be nice, and, you know, talk to you if they wasn't talking to you before, wasn't being courteous to you, you know, before. Now they want to be, you know, just no regards, or, you know, just not even being neighborly for some of our neighbors, right? Or just some of your family, relatives you don't hear from in mad long. Then all of a sudden, 5 in the morning, bloop, bloop, you know what I mean? Happy holidays. Happy holidays. You know what I mean? Like, damn, I ain't hear from you in mad long. You know what I mean? Like, nigga done went through a whole trial and tribulations 2 times, got back, you know what I mean? Got sick, came back, like people be doing the most and going through the most since life be life. And then you get the text like, oh shit, it's Christmas time. For those that celebrate. But, you know, I just be mindful of the people like that. Now all of a sudden they in good spirits, because you start hearing have a happy job, you start hearing the little jingles. You know what I mean? I'm not what they call people that don't, a Grinch, a grunch, you know what I mean? But all year long, especially if you live in close proximity to these people, so you get to see them in their daily life, they're not happy. You know, they're not, you know, joyous to be around. They got the attitude. They got the, you know, the fucked up face. Like, don't even say good morning to me. You know what I mean? Shalom, what's the word? You be like, damn, I'm just coming out to get my coffee just like you. Just opening the door. Oh, thank you. Have a good day. I'm just going to work just like you. But now around this time, you know what I mean? Now that the Christmas tree is going up and the lights is going up, now you want to be nice. Now you want to be, you know, some saint. You know what I mean? I'm going to use that loosely because it's not to knock nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's just to make aware, like, I notice, and the reason why I notice is because, at least in my estimation, no matter if it's the holiday, no matter if it's the time that everybody's celebrating, I'm always courteous. I'm always respectful. I'm always moving, you know what I mean? Like how I move without it being some, you know, just a little smile. I'm going to hold the door for you. You need help with your bag, like, oh, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Just on some being a good neighbor type shit. And most people don't be on that, especially if you from New York City, like I'm from New York, and you look at the surveys and they say, what's the most rudest cities? You know what I'm saying? And you see New York and like, fuck you too at number 1 or number 2 from Coming to America. You know what I mean? They could wake up singing it's going to be a lovely day and your neighbor it's not a lovely day. So they're like, yo, shut the fuck up. It's too early for you to be coming out on some happy, jolly shit. And I got a lot of things going on. And so New York is or has the reputation for just being a non-courteous and niggas keep it moving, bump you. You know, we do what New Yorkers do. That's why they say, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Speaking of New York, though, let's get to this shit. I got time today. We're going to have a lot of topics. We're going to blow through this shit, though. You know what I mean? Talk about Mayor Adams, and let's talk about his top advisor. Was his top advisor. Got to put the X on it now, right? They asked me how I doing. I mean, I'm moving on to better things. You know what I mean? And I don't know when she became the ex-advisor or the former advisor. But when this whole shit was spinning out, we did a video on this, you know what I mean? And we live on YouTube and we live on Instagram. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, you know what I mean? Get the algorithm going, share the video. We spoke about her, but only from afar and only from this perspective. When they bring up the briberies, the underhand shit that the mayor allegedly, other political people do, people in power, people in the government, people that's deciding me and your lives to a degree, right? In the back office, as I like to say. You gotta say why they get these positions, why they run for these positions, how through after year after year after year after year, we see the fuckery, whether it's the right, whether it's the left, whether it's niggas in the middle, you know what I mean, trying to get a little bit in the middle, you know what I mean, from both sides. Let me just take the best of both worlds. R. Kelly and Hov, like, like, you know what I mean? Like, Fiesta. We're going to get the best of both worlds in the middle. They come out and do some function. You be like, damn, they did that. Damn, they did that. And then, you know, you catch a little Elliot Splitzer, niggas go to jail, or they get the lesser charge or some Charlemagne shit, and then here they come back. The Elliot, I think it's Elliot Splitzer. It's either him or it's the other dude. Now they back, you know what I mean? Prime time. About to run for office again. Might even got a chance to get in. Say, damn, they got some shit with some sexual offender shit or some, you know what I mean? Like anything with those type of words together, you shouldn't even be occupying no office, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And I don't got none of that on my jacket, and I'm not looking at nobody from, you know, up here looking down on niggas. Like, you know what I mean? I'm up here and you niggas is under me. Like, you know what I mean? Don Corleone and you niggas is under me. Simple. I'm not looking at it from that perspective. You know what I mean? Because that'd be foolish. And that'd also to be to think like I'm better than people, my history, my past, etc. But I'm also not gun-ho running to be a public figure. And well, not a public figure, but a servant of the city. You know what I mean? A mayor, a governor, a councilman, a borough president, and what may have you, right? People that, you know, they got a little influence. They got a little power. They got a couple of dollars. to do some things if you was to go to them with some proposals, etc., right? They the movers and shakers. You know what I mean? And it's good to know who they are. It's excellent to know who they are, so that we can get things done. But I say that just to say, like, looking at her every time they had their little press conferences and shit, and she is a older woman now, right? Married to a police officer, I think. Been knowing Mayor Adams for like 40 years or some shit like that, they were saying. So they go way back. Now, I mean, they go back like car seats and turtlenecks. They go back like, you know what I'm saying, onion soup and all that when you sick. You know what I mean? And it's like, all right, so I see the bond. I see why you second in command, or you an advisor, and you one of the top advisors, because you rock with me, and I rock with y'all. I'll go up the ladder. It's only natural that I bring the people that I rock with me. There's nothing wrong with that, folks, especially if they qualify, and even if they not. It's like, who else the fuck you gonna bring if you can't bring the people that got it out of the mud, which you knew since day one? You know what I'm saying? Everybody else do it. We got to get out of the... Yeah, everybody, you got to do it the struggle way. Struggle for what? Nigga, my mom's working the building, or my pops own the building, or my cousins and them through marriage, because my seeds grow with his seeds, marry his seeds. That's how we keep Wu-Tang money all up. And the family know, like, we married into, and they own the building. So I could just go get a job, or I could just go get some type of benefit from it. There's nothing wrong with that. The people that do that, obviously, they advance quicker than the people that's still thinking like, damn, I gotta struggle. I gotta do it by myself. I gotta start fucking selling, you know what I mean, jelly sandwiches in the lunchroom, moving on up to, no, you can actually get put on. There's nothing wrong with that. And so anyway, I said all that to say back to Ingram Lewis Martin, who we're talking about. See you up there with the little Chanel earrings and shit. Little shit that people be, you know, putting emphasis on or putting value to, right? You know, for those that's into that. And you're a little older and you say, damn, they caught it for 100,000. Granted, your position is not, you know, I could Google it, but I'm sure that she's not making 100 grand a year for her job, but maybe she is. But then the mortgage, your house, your this, your lifestyle, you flying to Hong Kong, you flying to Japan, you moving around, right? And so you live maybe above your means, and allegedly, I'm gonna use all allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, so the channel don't get flagged, even though we low level over here, people. They're gonna catch up soon, but we low level over here, right? No, nah, that's just how it is. You doing all these things, allegedly, you write a check for your son. Now, she got 2 sons that was indicted with her today in the courtroom, right in Manhattan, taking them out in cuffs, know what I mean? And right on, brother, right on, sister, and Black Power, right? And real side note, too, nobody never does the crimes. And this is coming from somebody that been up north a few times. I know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperately that I was right, yet to fail. I definitely know what it's like. Get the light shit put in your hair, gotta get butt naked. This is the reality, gentlemen. Like, ladies, gentlemen, and lowlifes. I hope you never go to jail. You know, I hope that's not your plight. And for niggas that go back like me, hard-headed niggas that don't be listening, yeah, you get the lights in your hair, you strip butt naked like cattle with the others, and they hose you down, no Porzolini, you know what I mean? Like, this is the real. And then they give you your greens and cut your hair, and you a prisoner now. That's the worst. And some people belong there, keep it a buck. But I say that to say, like, you say, damn, you risking all this for 100,000? You getting the little small check, you write your son a check, he go cop the Porsche, Panamera, and we styling all these niggas like riding through the top now, I mean, like with your top down, and you swizzy. Why do they seemingly all fall for really no money is basically what I'm saying. And they got top official positions. So one would think, looking from the side, like, oh, nah, they good. She making 200,000. She an older lady. Her husband been a cop for mad years. She cool with Mayor Adams. They like this. They all a circle of black excellence getting money. And again, I'm not saying she did anything. What I'm saying is, why do people run for office? Why do most seem to abuse it? Why do most of them always get caught, allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, like the athletes and the entertainers, drug overdoses? They always get caught with the bribes for small change to get a Chick-fil-A? Oh, what? Like, just to get a little chicken dinners, like, winner, winner, Chicken dinners, like you just want a little chicken dinners from Chick-fil-A, so you broke a deal allegedly, or you do all this, and now you possibly, you know what I mean, might go to jail. The embarrassment that comes with it. And that's why I never be surprised. Whether it's them, it's Repubs, it's no matter who it is, the left, the right, fucking conservative, super conservative. People are people. People have agendas, like Captain America, side note, but y'all see what it is. And he had a very valid point. He like, yeah, you know, even the workers like him, he was the greatest soldier of America, fictitious, right? You know what I mean? Like some made up shit wise, right? Killing the Germans and Nazis, America, you know what I mean? And the movie is fire. But as he started to not be naive and learn like just being used, and people in power, they just move the pieces on the chessboard the way they want. We can't be naive to that, to think that, to this quick next topic, which not really a topic, but as far as now the feds coming out like, yeah, we had people on the ground, you know, for the January 6th shit, and it's like, all right, why is that so hard to believe? We don't believe that the government do what the fuck they want, and whenever they say Wonder Twins deactivate, motherfuckers activate, and they come out and they do what they're supposed to do for the government, for the country. Some people really will lay it all on the line, like even in a kamikaze crash out mission. I got family in the military or in the army or just in the government on that side. You know what I'm saying? And salute to all that is willing to put it on the line, so a nigga like me could be on Popovich TV talking shit. You could be watching, and I'm like, yo, hit the like button, because there's people standing on the wall. And from A Few Good Men, when Gene Hackman, like, you know what I mean? You need people like me. You need people on that wall, and the regular Americans, they really can't stomach the truth. Knowing that innocent people die. People make decisions, wrong people get left behind. Niggas get killed. Babies get killed. Like, babies get killed every day, be on some cam shit. Paid in full. Niggas get killed every day, be. Billy, what up? People die every day, and people that's in charge have agendas. Is pretty much what Captain America was saying. Like, yeah, telling Fury, like, yeah, I get it, but people that's in charge have agendas. When their agendas conflict with your interests, then what? If they got all the weaponry, and like Ghost and Ray said, you got guns, we got guns too. What up, Sun Dude? You want to battle for cash and see who's Sun Tzu? Like, you want to really see who's more skilled in the arts of killing? We got a whole bunch of killers here. Whole country is filled with killers and people that's trained to kill. And we are more skilled than you at the form or the art of killing. You want battle? Challenge. And so, you know, in that regards, it's not far-fetched for me. Could some truths be in there? Could some lies be in there? Could it be misdirection? Absolutely. They never gonna really just come out and tell you what it is. Why would they do that? Like, we gonna just come out to the American people, let y'all know all, you know, all the inner workings, all the infrastructures, all everything. And this is a side note again, because this wasn't really the topic. But we're speaking about how now they're coming out, certain things is being revealed, how they knew, you know, Joe was on a decline. And if you got relatives, you got grandmothers, grandfathers, uncles and shit that's in their late 70s, you know, only a few, especially if it ain't in their 80s, only a few is operating like that. You know what I mean? Unless they took really good care of themselves. Otherwise, they got, you know, dementia, Alzheimer's, they got blood, sugar, diabetes, blood pressures, they on medications and shit like that. They had amputations, they need help when you come in, you know, when you come to their crib. They need you to go to the store for them, etc. Patrick, what's the word? Crystal, what's the word? These is our grandmothers and moms and people in our family. Not too many of them live that long and still have their capabilities. So when you see him riding the bike, and I'm not laughing at him falling, but him falling or him stumbling down the stairs, it's like, yo, y'all been new. Y'all just wasn't going to come out and tell the American people for what? For what? We running this. And just look at it like this too. People be like, oh, you lied to me with Dr. Bryant. And this wasn't a topic either, but we unscripted over here. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, right? Y'all heroes and shit. A lot of y'all ladies, she y'all heroes. Or when she was, speaking and woo, 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 and ah. And it's like, yeah, your parents, they didn't tell you everything. Because Dr. Brian was like, between difference of telling the truth and being transparent. And she was like, one thing is like, you going to lunch and woo woo, such and such chick is going to be there that you may have dealings with. And the truth is like, oh, we going to lunch, we going to brunch. I am on Peter Lock, what's the word? Like, you know what I mean? That's the difference between telling the truth and being transparent. Now, our parents, right, for a lot of us, depending on wherever you from, you know what I mean? They did things behind the closed doors. They ain't tell you, you know what I mean? They told some stuff, maybe at breakfast, maybe while picking you up from school, taking you to school. Like, oh yeah, me and daddy was arguing, or you like, yeah, mommy was mad last night. You don't tell them you came in from getting caught busting some cheeks or something crazy, fucking up the rent money or whatever it is, being out late, drinking with the fellas, and you told her you was coming home. So y'all end up arguing. Now you going to school. Like, yeah, we argue, you know what I mean? But it was, you may not tell them why you arguing. So the child know y'all was arguing. That's the truth. But you're not being transparent about why y'all was arguing. And that's so you don't got to put them through unnecessary trauma, unnecessary worry while going to school, playing the game. Like, why they need to know mommy and daddy's arguing because they not having sex no more? Why they got to know that? They hear the argument, so they're not stupid. They ain't slow. Like, they see the tension in the house. And I'm just making this shit up as I go along, just to paint the picture of transparency and why would they come out and tell us everything and anything. As far as, just the American people. They're not going to do that, folks. So don't be surprised when, things come out that's maybe true or some truth to it, and you automatically just thought it was a lie just because the media told you and, you gullible like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got a lot of shit to talk about. Let's talk about this shit here. She was recently spinning in the clip. And she been spinning in the clip. And as I said, I'm going to probably go see her movie. You know what I mean? Carissa Shields. Like I said, whether it's a promotion, whether I don't really like, I ain't into too many women's sports. It just is what it is. Don't hate me. That's just my preference. I don't want to watch it. Didn't know she was. Didn't know she had bars. You know what I mean? Jab on her, hit her with her right. You know what I mean? Didn't know she had bars. And really just found out about her when she was going back and forth with Cam. And then the videos start popping up about how she, I guess for the dude, she thought he had some shit in his gloves. She went to go get the knife, or, you know what I mean? She went to go, you told Harpo to beat me. Like, you know what I mean? If you ever, I done had to fight my whole life. My brothers and them, my uncles and them. And I'd be damned on some Color Purple shit, right? I'm being funny, but I'm not. I see that video. You know what I mean? I see a couple of other videos where she just saying she want to fight dudes and shit. You know what I mean? I am Caesar, what's the word? Great on the check-in. So that's my first introduction to her. I don't know her. I'm not saying she's a bad person. I don't know anything about her. But my initial, introduction is she online arguing with Cam about the most fights and the viewership. You know what I mean? Obviously, she a boxer. She the champ. And she whipping ass. You know what I mean? That part I would have rather not see. But it's the internet. Cam is a troller. She troll. You know what I mean? She was weighing in on the fight, etc. But then she popped back around on some Papoose shit, some Remy Ma, some love triangle shit. And I don't really want to talk about that because that's not what she in the news for now. Like, her movie is coming out. Like I said, Christmas on Christmas, I don't celebrate. But I'll probably check it out, you know what I mean, after it come out. See what her life story is about from the, from the movie perspective. But anyway, it's a clip of her spinning around with the champ. I can't think his name right now. I'm not sure if it's his podcast or whatever. But she was just talking about, same vibe that Kiki Palmer was talking about on the Shannon Sharp. How you get, rich, young. Now you taking care of moms, you taking care of pops. All of a sudden you become the breadwinner. You know what I mean? Like you become, the champ is here. And you young though. You still don't got all the answers. You're still looking towards parents to help you figure it out. And she like, yo, I worked my ass off, woo, woo, woo. I became the champion. I break the generational curse, which only a few of us is able to do. You know what I mean? More of us need to, the ones that do it, you know, should feel, you know, obligated. I think just, you know, my personal, you know, thoughts on it is help somebody else do it. Show somebody else, you know, give your time and invest your energy in doing that so somebody else could do it. Because what's better than one billionaire? Two. Especially if he got the same hue as you. Like, you know what I mean? We need more of us, even though it may be through some of us shucking and jiving, dancing and singing, dunking and flying, swinging and batting. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck it. It's better than killing and stealing and jailing and wailing. Like, you know what I mean? It's better than a whole lot of other things. Like, you know what I mean? Get it how you get it. And now niggas is podcasters or whatever it is. If you able to break the curse and help your family and feed your family, change courses, help other people, add value to their shit, then that's better than the other. But anyway, she like, yo, you know, me and my sister, you know, we grew up together. We got the same moms. We got the same pops. And the relationship just go on a downcline because you buy houses, it's not enough. You put gas in the car, it's not enough. You know, you have your nieces and nephews come live with you. It's not enough. Nothing that you do to help your family is not enough. Then it becomes like that skit, not skit, but that little story that got the meaning of what the woman, you know, was the perfect man. You can't satisfy women, right? And men can fall in this category too. All it is take, me, I. They never add on. That's why I hold, like, you know what I mean? Asking for a Porsche is like asking for a coffin. You know what I mean? Like, come on, my nigga, just because we family, you don't bring nothing to the table. I hit for $1 million or 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 million. You know what I mean? The $1 billion man. Of course you're going to look out, but some people feel entitled to it. Some people is like, nah, I deserve X, Y, Z because I carried you. But you was a deadbeat mom, or your pops wasn't around, got multiple kids. He ain't help you play ball. You learned through the stepdad or, you know what I mean, the uncle in the back. You know what I mean? Like, nigga shows you how to throw the jab and block, and now you the best around. That's a little different. Nigga helping contribute to pushing you as opposed to, you know, somebody just not doing anything. So it is levels to that. But nonetheless, she just like, yo, you know, they say it's lonely at the top, but this shit is real lonely, man. You know, I always quote the Jada line on the show. Some people they rock with it. Some people is on the opposite spectrum. Some people like, nah, I want to be rich alone. Linda Davis, what's the word? Lynn Davis. They want to be rich alone. They want to get rich, move away, forget everything that happened in they journey. And then Jada like, nah, I'd rather be broke together than rich alone, backing them down, clapping them down. Fuck whatever's happened before. I'm what's happening now. Like, nah. I'd rather just be with all of my people. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you live with your cousins and them, you having the best of the time. Like for instance, if you you know, your parents is co-parenting. So you at your father's house for 2-3 days, then you at the mom's house 4 or 5 days, or however the split go. But your pops got other kids or your moms, right, from somebody else. So it's more fun over there. When you over there, you chilling, even if you not as doing as well as the other household. When it's time to leave, you're like, damn, because you leaving the fun. You leaving your friends. You leaving, you know what I mean, your sanctuary or what have you. You know what I mean? This your family. This your clan. This who you rocking with. Then you get shipped off. It's better, but you having coffee by yourself. Yeah, the butler brought it to you. You know what I mean? And she looked good or he looked good, depending on who we talking about in the scenario. You know what I mean? You got 5 bags, you know what I mean? Joints bringing you your coffee, or you got one diesel shirtless guy feeding you motherfucking French toast with the sausages on the side, Porzolini. And you rich. No problems, no kids. But you lonely. You by yourself. Your family affairs is not the best they could be. So you yearn for that, even if, you know, you feel like they doing you wrong. That's what I took from it. And, you know, we see the 50 Cents with his son Marcus, and we see other people, you know, whether they your kids, whether they your sister, your brother. Obviously, that's why when you get betrayed When you get stabbed in the back, when you get done dirty, somebody tell one of your most, best kept secrets. So you thought, right? I mean, you got somebody pregnant, you got whatever would happen. You thinking the person you telling or they know is gonna hold it down for you, but they don't. They spill the beans under pressure, or they just being vindictive. And you say, damn, that shit really stung. It's because you trusted this person. You confide, like you held this person close, and that's why people that's closest to you, they can get you. They can stab you in vulnerable spots. They can get you in vulnerable spots because this is who you comfortable moving around. That's why it hurts. You know what I mean? It never really hurt it when you got stabbed by an enemy. when an enemy strike out and they do something, even if they kill somebody you love, and I'm just, taking it in that realm. Obviously, maybe we're not wishing none of that. But you like, yeah, it was Ray and them niggas. I killed his brother. Well, I did XYZ last year. I knew it was them niggas. You know what I mean? And when you leave your cousin or your mom's with one of your peoples, then you come back and you see like, oh, they got me. You know what I mean? That's when it rips you the most, as opposed to one of your arch villains, somebody that can't stand you, somebody that'll dance on your grave like these motherfucking drill people and piss on your grave and get Charles Dickens. And you're like, yeah, I expected that from that fucking scumbag. She was a piece of shit. I know her Steve. You know my Steez. Like, we know her Steez. I mean, like, we know she was going to stoop that low. And like Shannon said, when they stoop low, we go to hell or some shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? We not surprised. I'll just say this last part, you know what I mean, about her and the family. Communication is always key. Like Ho said, nobody wins when the family feuds. I get it though. Some shit be, I ain't gonna say unforgivable, but some shit do be unforgivable. You never know. People be really super violating because again, they in close proximity to you. These are the people this is your family, your associates, your loved ones, etc., your friends. So they right there with you. You know what I'm saying? They can get you. But this is also where the stigma comes from. You can't get money with niggas. You can't build with people. You can't, rock with your family because they're going to do you dirty. Or don't do business with family and make sure you get the contracts. And it's all true. But that stops people from connecting. That still stops people from trying to get a little something going, get a little fire cooking, and then now you can burn a little bit, and move forward a little bit. But I'll just say keep the lines of communication open. If it ain't some unforgivable shit, and even if you can't forget, maybe forgive so that way, you can just keep the lines of communication open because you just never know as family. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Talk about this Ryan Clark shit though. Let's talk about Ryan Clark. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers, right? A-Rod, New York Jets, etc. Woo, 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 and And we spoke about Aaron Rodgers last week when we was giving out the picks. NFL, what is it, week 16 coming up? Week 16. We already had the Chargers play. And we had the Chargers against the Broncos. And now we got some games tomorrow, 2 games tomorrow and some games Sunday. But we'll get to that at the end of the show like we always do. Sports, hip-hop, interviews, etc., entertainment. This is what we do on Pop Evans TV. So, Ryan Clark, who ESPN guy, obviously, company guy, got the flair for the dramatic, if you ask me. Seen him cry. I forget what it was. What was the Floyd, rest in peace? Or was it the dude in Atlanta that got killed in the car for sleeping, then woke up? Can't think of his name either. You know what I mean? Outside of Wendy, McDonald's, they set it on fire. It was one of them things, as shit be spinning in the clip, as I like to say in the news clip, like clockwork. You know what I mean? Every election cycle, every this, every that. There's always some racially charged event, something that happens. And obviously I'd be naive to say that this is America. Like, don't get you slipping. Like, these things don't, take forefront, or they don't take precedent, for years on years. You know what I mean? Like, you can't separate the two. It is what it is. But he cried on TV, right? And men cry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like, and I cry. Like, you know what I mean? You watch television to television go off. You know what I'm saying? And when R. Kelly jacked that, it gets lonely, and you never been in love like I've been in love. On some Travis Hunter shit, And he is the topic we're going to talk about. But right now we're talking about Ryan Clark, and he did cry, but men do cry. Because men are human and men hurt. You know what I mean? Whether it's on TV, whether it's in real life, on the media. Sometimes it do look a little crazy, I ain't going to lie. But we all cry because we human, right? So he had cried and shit, you know what I mean? I'm all right, showing the emotion, you know what I mean? Woo, woo, woo. And he been on ESPN for a while, coming through the ranks, had his little spat with Stephen A's, got at Kimberly Martin for talking down on Cam, like, so he'll, 52 block some shit. And recently came out with the Trump shit, did a little commercial, like did a whole commercial. This is who we talking about though. Like you go from being undrafted to having to prove yourself to be the best around. And nothing's ever gone. It's like they even doing a Karate Kid movie 3, The Legends. Like, and nothing's ever gonna keep you down. Like from the childhood, you know what I mean? Or some Godzilla, Karate Kid, Transformers. They got another movie coming out. And he did win the Super Bowl, with the Pittsburgh Steelers over the Cardinals. Aaron Rodgers and them did beat him. So he did play it too. So anyway, did the commercial about Trump and may have a little respect for you when I got daughters and diva-ish, I may say. Even though you're a football player, you're a rough, tough guy. Like you said, I got the spleen missing, the gallbladder. Wanted to play in Denver where the altitude is different. It hit different up there, the Rocky Mountains. And so coach kept him out the game. And again, we fuck with Ryan. But like with all people that's public figures now, you on TV every day now. We don't gotta wait till the Word Up magazine come out now to read about you. We don't gotta wait till the Vibe magazine come out to read about you. We don't gotta wait till the blogs decide to say something about you. He on TV every day, but even if he wasn't, all we do is just go right to social media. Instagram, Twitter, X, Facebook. See you standing up there with the nice suits looking clean. You know what I mean? Like, so fresh and so clean. Ain't nobody like you fresh and clean, my nigga. Got the little Ryan Clark emblem. Thought you was out of the Marvel series. You know what I mean? And again, like, we black, you know what I mean? Like, we add flair. We all swag, we all dapper, then we all Harlem, like we all that. Like from ATL on up, pop your collar, so I get it. I'm not really making fun of the swag, but the commercial, the emblem, to hear you talk more now, the cry, just to get a little more information on you. Say, damn, I don't really, the fraudulent, you know what I mean? The comments that he made for Aaron, right? And for those that don't know, if I'm speaking, you're like, well, what you talking about? We're talking about Ryan Clark addressing Aaron Rodgers after Aaron Rodgers came out and said, like, yo, talking about Stephen A. and Shannon, even though Shannon, he bling blah, like 3 times. Wrist bling blah, you know what I'm saying? And he only got 1. So it's like, yeah, I got the ring. Y'all on TV talking crazy about me. My numbers ain't the same no more, but pretty much just like with most athletes that's having a bad year, they getting dogged by the media. Penthouse Jazz, what's the word? They getting their shit handed to them. You know what I mean? And you thought you was going to come out and be carrying the flag and the torch and you was going to be winning. And you're not. And you're not discount double checking. So really just saying what he said, but then Ryan jumped in. It's like, well, what you jump in for? He wasn't talking about you. And you're like, how your leadership skills in the locker room. Personal jab. How you fraudulent. He kind of backpedaled. Now he like being a hypocrite or showing hypocrisy. But you really use fraudulent. Then you try to fake jump at Pat McAfee. They over there, they hate on Pat McAfee for whatever reason, right? Came over to their network, demanded what he wanted. Like, y'all need X, Y, Z. And this is how we moving. And on some DMX shit like, dog, that's my mans in them. But I heard they be taking over and they be doing, dog, that's my mans in them. But I heard they be starting beef with everybody. Dog, that's my mans in them. Like, he just moved in over there. Still got his shit on YouTube. Still being the man that he was before he came to the network and they gave him that big money. And people that been there, egos, people like Stephen A. and other people like, nah, this my city, this my town. I put on for my city for the last 8 years, and he just got that big old contract. So you may look at the competitor like, oh, he getting a little champagne over there. Well, we want some champagne over here too, and we want, we want the manis and the petties on the flight with us. Like Ho said, if it ain't no manis and no petties, switch up your flight. Some people is on it like that, right? Like, what's your life like? Mine's is real, and the bracelet cost your life. Some people is on it, but shit don't really mean nothing. But anyway, back to Ryan Clark, right? Getting at Aaron Rodgers for saying that, calling him fraudulent. You taking jabs at his character, and then Aaron Rodgers clapped back with the ultimate clap back, because I'm passionate about what he was talking about as far as the vax, right? Got friends, relatives, people who really had to decide. Like, dun, 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 like your life's on the line right now. It's check, it's work, it's shit going on in the world. We got some shit to protect us. You gotta take it. Damn, I gotta fucking take this shit, but I don't want to. My job, like, people really had to face those decisions, and then no matter what side you was on, we want to get outside again, we want to protect everybody, so just fucking shut the hell up and just take it. Then the other side, like, nah, we don't know what to do, we don't trust them niggas like that, we don't woo, I ain't just putting anything in my body. And Aaron Rodgers was one of them. He first lied about it, like, I did fake the system on him. He did some sucker cowardly shit. All right, let's say he did. But he still was on the side of like, nah, I'm not just rocking with that. And then he like, what about you? Some people willingly like just went over there, just went with the system. They didn't get along. And to me, that's ultimately what it feels like. It feels like Ryan Clark is the company guy. Aaron Rodgers is on the outside. You know what I mean? Niggas don't really like him because he seems like he an asshole, or he think he's smarter than everybody. But he ain't do the Wizards of the Zab. He was like, nah, not doing that shit. Kyrie wanted him. He heard how they was talking about him. That's why I did the song. Kyrie and Luka. One got crazy handles, the other gonna shoot you. Kyrie and Luka. That's why we did the song. You hear me saying the shit that I'm saying in the song. Like, they taking jabs at him, play on the words, like they mad. Because he stood on business, as they say. Like, and he's also rich. Let's that be known. So he could say, you know what? I'm a not play. I'm a Muhammad Ali this shit. Okay, so we take your belts. You know what I mean? We take your shit. We throw you in jail because you don't want to go fight for the country. So you don't want to play in the NFL no more in the good old boys league. Then we take your money. We take your deals. We make an example out of you. So he's seeing all that. And, the Stephen A's is going hard at Kyrie. I mentioned him in the song. And the Kendrick Perkins and all, they was going hard at Kyrie. You know what I mean? Wishing the worst on him. You know what I mean? Like, it's God plans. I hear what I hear what you wishing on me. And he still came through and shined, got his own deal, got his own sneakers, or whatever the case may be. So for me, I'm fucking with Rodgers on that. We looking at anybody that took it. All right, cool. You did take it. Same thing with this election that just passed. All right, cool. You voting for who you vote for. You can tell us why you voting. But all that trying to shame us, all that trying to scare us and make us go your way. Nah, I look at anybody it ain't no compulsion in Islam. And in my opinion, although I'm not the best of people, you know what I mean? It's helped me. But I'll be the first to raise my hand like, I'm not the best person. I still could do the most, like a lot of y'all. When push come to shove, I'm going to. You know what I mean? And so it's like, but that still don't mean that I don't rock with this. And even with that being the best, in my opinion, as far as the life religions or whatever path you're gonna take, it ain't no compulsion in that. The best thing is like, we ain't making you do what we say. We're gonna say what it is and then let you choose. Give you this, and this is what it do for you. This is what it is. Just like a person with food. You want this type of meal, or you want this type of meal. I'm showing you both. I'm not going to, after that, put the gun in your head and say, I just showed you that fucking eating, asparagus is better for you than eating potato chips. You better eat this asparagus. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say, yo, eating like this is the better way. If you eat on that diet that you've been eating on, that they say is the American diet, we slowly dying. If you still want popcorn and soda and ice cream, who the fuck am I? Can't make you go to vegetables and shit. I can't. And that's what people was trying to do with the vax, with the Kamala, or with anything. You got to always look at people like, damn, okay, I can disagree with you. Even if you feel passionate, I can still disagree with you. We could do it in a healthy way, and then you be your way, my way be my way, unless we infringing upon people. Where it's like, nah, I believe I could just turn into a woman. So I want to go in a woman's bathroom as a whole grown man with hair on my chest. Me as another man may be like, oh, nah, well, now you infringing upon my nieces, my little cousins, my daughters, and them, like my little females in my family. Like, so I don't feel comfortable with that. Now it's something where it's, like I'm not budging, you not budging. But if it ain't like that, where it's infringing upon people, let people do what they got to do, because we all going to be judged by the Most High. That's a fact. You can run from it. You could dread it. Destiny arrives all the same. You're going to get 50, 60, 80, 90 years, 91 years, and you're out of here. Y'all know what I'm going to say next if you rock with my channel, right? Do you ever think about when you out of here? Your record deal, video out of here, your Mercedes Benz and your Range Rover, all that shit out of here. Now it's time to go back to the Most High. And we look at what type of life you live. We look at what type of individual you was. See what we going to be judging you up at. See if you measure up. And so, I'm rolling with Aaron. You know what I mean? I just don't really like people that's try to bully. We bringing up we can fight, Pat McAfee. Nobody said nothing about fighting, my nigga. Nobody said nothing about fighting. We're talking about what you said, what I said, and where I disagree at. Now you want to fight? And you could tell he was hating when he like, after the football, this is the last thing I'm going to say on this topic. He like, after the football is thrown or after you can't throw the football no more, it's no more you. Nigga. And I'm going to say it like that, like nigga. Nigga, please. I'm treated like a fucking disease. You say, why do I call myself a nigga so quick? Because I can reach in my drawers and pull out a bigger, rest in peace, Easy-E. Where Easy-E at? See Easy-E over there. Like, nigga, please. Like, come on, bro. Who the fuck is you to tell another man after they finish playing whatever said sport that they playing that their life is over after that? That was a wow. That's how you know it was from hate. Like, you ain't just critiquing. You ain't just giving your opinion. You doing what Steven be doing to some of the athletes. You know what I mean? That's why Kwame Brown be jumping in, you know what I mean, and showing y'all niggas, y'all, you know what I mean? Like, y'all just be talking a lot of times. But we off Ryan Clark. He disappointed me a little bit, but I don't really hold these people up here. So when they do some floopity shit, I break down and be like, damn, I ain't think it was gonna be him. I mean, it's just the era we live in. I may do some shit. I try to stay on the call of spade. It is what it is. Stand 10 toes down and then even swing back. Oh, like, nah, I was wrong. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We all make mistakes. Talk about this Malika Andrews shit. Talk about Malika Andrews, and I want to talk about it from this perspective, right? First, Malika Andrews, if you don't know what I'm talking about and why I'm laughing, or got the little, the giggle or whatever, it's just obviously she took over for Rachel Nichols on what is it, NBA Jam or whatever, NBA or whatever. Now it's Today NBA or NBA Today. She up there with Shanae and Boo McKay and Kendrick Perkins, etc. And they got the show. People going to tune in for NBA, although they say the ratings is coming down. Too many threes. And real quick, we already hit our one pick of the day. Let's see about the last game real quick while we talk about Malika Andrews. The OKC won. I had Miami. But we did hit our one pick of the day. So Malika Andrews took over for Rachel Nichols. Was supposed to be some shit with Jimmy Butler. We don't know. You know what I mean? A lot of people was rooting for her. Like, all right, black sister. You know what I'm saying? Look better, younger. You know what I mean? Just really going to just be doing the same shit Rachel Nichols was doing, to be honest. A lot of people was rooting for her in the beginning. Then come out with the young brother Brandon Miller, with the the young lady losing her life, obviously when homie, did what he did. That case not over yet, so it was still, you know what I mean? He was supposed to have drove the gun, etc. So she brought that up on draft night. He was the number 2 pick in the draft, which is big. Who was number 1? Damn, I can't think who was number 1. Came out, etc. Right? Brought that up. A lot of people was like, kind of a little distasteful. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't do it. He was found out in the case. He wasn't charged. Why are you attaching that, to him on this night? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to just rain on your parade. Some shit like Travis Hunter girl, keep doing what people are saying. It's your big night. Yet we talking about her. You know what I mean? And so people was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? It's news. You know what I mean? Then, what's the Boston Celtics coach, Mike Mazzulla or Tony Mazzulla, whatever his name is, Mazzulla, right? Became the head coach after Ime Udoka, got caught out there with the subordinate with Boston Celtics, supposed to be one of the top brasses, family or, Wifington, you know what I mean? Your Wifington, but she liked the athletes, you know what I mean? Allegedly. So they got him out of there, and then he became Joe Mazzulla. Then he became the coach, and she like, well, what she said? It will behoove us or woo, because back when he was in high school or back when he was in college, he had to drink, he had the drinking and driving, and it was expelled from his record. It was 13 years ago. And once again, we sitting there saying, all right, why are you bringing this up? He just got elevated to the coach, of the Boston Celtics. This is a great day for him. This is a celebratory moment, and like, you know what I mean? We shining now, you know what I mean? And now you're talking about something that was, even if true, young, overzealous, had a little too much spirits, and got caught out there on a bad night. Why are we revisiting that when they just made me the coach of the Boston Celtics? So again, we looking at you with the side eye, Malika Andrews, right? I'm leading up to what she's saying. Now, are we buying it? Are you buying it? What do you think of it? Then it's, people started background checking. After the Stephen A, she went back and forth with him. We're not here to blame women. Stephen A. Stephen A, right? And then people say, oh, well, she doing a lot of this now. Well, who she with? And who you with? Like love bitches, thug bitches, shy bitches, rough bitches, don't matter your mind. Like who you with? You know what I mean? Or some whole shit. Come to find out, allegedly, she was with McAfee or whoever he was. Not Pat McAfee, the other guy. Can't think of his name. And there's pictures of them, right? So people like, or I should say brothers, right? It's like, oh, seem like you shitting on the brothers, but you got, somebody else in the back. Somebody else is clapping them cheeks. And you can let whoever you want clap your cheeks. We all can be who we want to be with. Challenge, do you? But people do have a right to say, damn, you coming down on the young brothers. You bringing up people past. You doing the most. We don't see you doing that to Brett Favre, or we don't see you doing we don't see at this time it was a couple of domestic violence cases in the WNBA. They wasn't covering it, sweeping it under the rug. So people are, you're going to be a full journalist. You're going to keep it that same energy, or are you caterpillar? Well, I mean, you chameleon it. So anyway, she comes out on the podcast. I forget who she talking to, and it don't matter. But what she said, she like, I hear people saying, and it breaks my heart pretty much what she was saying. Like, yo, I hear that I hate black men, and I could be furthest from the truth, and people assume because her mom's is white, or vice versa. You know what I mean? They mix, her sister, right? They got two mixed parents, black, white, or whatever the case, right? So she like, so they assume, but I hear it, I see it, and that's why when I first started, I said, this is where I want to, two things. One, do you believe her? But whether she a celebrity or not, whether somebody on Instagram that you follow got the blue check, mad people following them, and I learned this a long time ago. People on Instagram, whether they famous, they not, they see the acts. If you allowed to at them, or you allowed to contact them some type of way. If they don't 52 block that, or you on a post and you pin them. Do all the people that's hitting them, they see the shit. They definitely see it if it's negative, especially if it's a woman. For whatever reason, like nigga could be like, yo, you the queens of all queens. You better than Queen Radio and Nicki Minaj. Like, you know what I mean? A NiTe WhaT style. Like, this bitch ain't got nothing on you. Gorilla can't cook better than you. Woo, woo, woo. Sexy red. Like, none of them bitches. I'm just being funny and throwing those names out there for attention purposes. None of them got nothing on you, and you know what I mean? Nothing on you, babe. Like B.O.B., these bitches got nothing on you, right? One comment that says, oh, your fucking forehead too big. Oh, I don't even know why niggas be on your body like that. You know, woo, 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 your ass ain't sitting right, or whatever it is, right? That's what you're going to focus on. That's what you're going to look at. Then you're going to go to their page, see who got the nerve to not say you a 10. And she a 10 and going in. Like, no, you just a regular 5, 6, 7 or whatever you are. Everybody else gassing you because you got a lot of followers or you're showing your ass or you could cook or whatever it is. And then this one person is like, I don't see what the fuss is about. You know what I mean? Just a regular comment like that to have you thinking about that. Shit, some people. And I say that to say I done hit some people in the early days of promoting and trying to get people to listen to music and do shit, and they'll like a comment or they'll see some shit like that. Out of all the people, they did see this shit. So Malika Andrews is seeing it too. She not exempt. She not, you know what I mean? She not living in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? She hear people like, yo, you know what I mean? You hate black men. You keep pulling these things. You ain't even with a black man. You this, you that. You ain't better than Rachel Nichols. You was a DEI and all this other shit. She hearing it. She seeing it. And on TV every day, it look like they not paying attention. And I'm not saying I want them to, or I want people to be bullied, or I want people to have their mental health shattered, etc. You know what I'm saying? Because we know people do the most. They take it there. They self-delete. They let people get in their head. They forget their purpose. They forget that with good days, it's going to be bad days. They forget when the sun shines, oh, it's going to rain, and vice versa. And that's the cycle of life. It's going to be cold, then it's going to be hot. It's going to be fun, then it's going to be sad. Like, you know what I mean? It's going to be everything, and that's part of life. If you pinch yourself and it hurt, you alive. So, you know what I mean? Everything ain't going to be, sweet and candy. But I say that to say, like, she see it. She may be living with it internally, we don't know, then still get up there and perform. Then afterwards, go straight to social media like, damn, they wrecked me again. You know what I mean? And woo, 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 like, they don't fuck with me. You know what I mean? That could fuck with you. What's the series, excellent series. I haven't seen no recent episodes of it. But the Black Mirror. And I told y'all it was a few episodes that I seen. I had binge watched it. My nephew had put me up on it. And pretty much the Black Mirror is this. It's your phone. It's your social media. When it's off, it's black. That's what Black Mirror means. And the storylines, if you're not familiar with it, everything was just based around this shit, kind of like, and how we react to it. You know what I mean? The social experiments that come from it. And what people do with good comments, bad comments, how people go out of their way, act other than themselves, just to be accepted by people that's social media influencers, to get accepted into the crew, to make money, to get views, all type of shit like that. And real quick, just to see people type of morale, right? It was a show where it was the Prime Minister, I think it was in London. His wife got kidnapped, or somebody who was big got kidnapped, and they was gonna let her go. Even though they did chop the finger off the show, like, yo, we dead ass serious. We gonna kill this bitch, unless, not if you don't give us no money, not if you don't give us the codes to the missiles and none of that. Some real perverted shit. They wanted to see him oink a pig, you know what I mean? And he had to do it live on camera. Camera was set up, you know what I mean? And he had to, you know what I mean, do a pig, right? On national TV, and he had to do it and enjoy it. Couldn't just do it like there was certain, so like I said, some perverted shit. It had to be done in a certain way in order for his wife to live, you know what I mean? Or for whoever was supposed to live. And then it was like, well, we can't broadcast it because that was the whole thing. People morale, you know what I mean? In the day and age that we living in, it was like, well, would people really tune in to see this? Nah, people ain't gonna tune in. You know, even though a woman's life is in the balance, you know, we not gonna tune in to see, you know, a human being, you know, do some bestiality shit. You know what I'm saying? And they were wrong. You know what I mean? And the shit went up live, mad views, people tuning in. You see people at the hospital on the show, like a lot of the nurses and people like that, and they were showing like different places, people on the street looking on their phone. People just, you know, some people was appalled. Some people was like, oh, this shit is crazy. Some people was getting off to it. You know what I mean? Like, this show, The Black Mirrors, was real serious, this particular episode. And you could watch it not in chronological order because each episode is like different. You know what I mean? And so that was one of the wow episodes. Like, damn, people really would watch somebody get killed live. You know what I mean? You're going to watch because we see people get killed live all the time. That's why they say, or get your ass whipped to the white meat. No pause, right? And they say, viewer discretion is advised before you share. This is sensitive content. Police stomped his head into the ground on some Egan shit. You know what I mean? Like with the bat. Stomped his whole face in till his jaw was hanging. You still gonna click on that shit. Some of us, you know what I mean? I chase billions. What's the word? Like some people, they still gonna watch it for curiosity, for, you know, entertainment purposes, for whatever reason, and that's what they wanted to show. They let the lady go at the end. I'll spoil the episode for you. They let it go, you know what I mean? But he was embarrassed. I think he had to do it for like an hour. Like he had to really put that work in. Like couldn't just come in there, you know what I mean? And you had to, you know, do it live and be into it with a pig. It's nasty. And people still tuned in because people want to be entertained. People want. That's why all these Pop the Balloons, all these different shows that they entertain us with. You want to be entertained. And even if it was some Hunger Games where people really was dying, some of us were still tuned in. Even though you know, like, this ain't a flick, you ain't going to come back on. You're not that strong. You knew it was wrong, but you asked for, like, this ain't a movie you ain't going to come back on. Not that strong. Like, people is literally watch motherfuckers get killed. Like, you know what I mean? Which is crazy. Let's talk about this Travis Hunter shit, right? Let's talk about Travis Hunter. Not to beat a dead horse. This is gonna be like my third time talking about it. Probably will be the last. For two reasons. Unless it's spin crazy again in the clip, like the unthinkable happened, then I'm gonna definitely talk about it. But you know, shit got put out there. He said what he said. He spent the block for his lady. I ain't mad at him for that. She spent the block with his permission. Kind of threw him under the bus again. You know what I mean? All right, cool. I ain't mad at that. You know what I mean? We all got to learn on our own. I didn't deal with older ladies as a youth or whatever, or women that was older, you know, invite, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. And being under the spell, you know what I mean? On some Snoop Dogg shit. Once by a nigga in the sparrow tongue. Like, you sprung off the pearl tongue. You know what I mean? And, cool. They young. They live in the social media era. Everything they're going to do is going to be dissected. But she keep, for whatever reason, thinking she making him look good and brushing his shoulders off. But she really making him look bad. And I wonder why his moms ain't saying that, even though she did come out and say that people were saying, you know, she was possibly, maybe kind of, sort of, making the worst mistake of her life. Turned out to be the most blessing of her life, which is obviously having him, not going through with the Planned Parenthood like a lot of people was fighting for. A lot of women, my choice, my body. She didn't go through with it. And she ended up having Travis. Side note, just because it worked out for her, ladies, whoever you may be, wherever you may are, obviously I got people in the family that did one way, did the other way. I say if you're going to do anything, make sure you marry before you carry. Having a kid out of wedlock or just, you know, the other parent not being around, preferably the father. It's not easy. If you rich, you got resources, you got help, yeah, it's gonna be a totally different experience. If you're not rich, you don't got resources, your parent, or your parents don't have resources, your family don't have resources, you are going to struggle. And you can say, yeah, me and my baby, I still got my degree, still graduated, my baby graduated, woo, 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 you know what I mean? But, you struggled for a long time, I'm sure. And you can write a book about it and you went through the fire, cool, but that shouldn't be what you rush into the window for. Like when we talk sports and we talk gambling, which we will in a minute, certain games and certain things you don't just rush to the window for just because it's a game on. I mean, like you wait till it's better odds. So just because, yeah, you can make it, you still could be the CEO of a 500 company, you still could be in a movie, you still could be a singer, actor, athlete, whatever it is, and, be a single parent. Yeah, you could. But you can also not choose that path. So that's the only thing, as far as the women listening to his moms say, it's the best blessing I ever could have. Yeah, like you got a two-way player, a Heisman winner, you got somebody that's the best around. And he's gonna have to go prove it now in the NFL, but he already proved it in college, and I think he will be a good NFL player, right? It doesn't work that way for everybody that choose to have kids not under the best circumstances, not planned, not with no plan in motion. You know what I'm saying? Like, just having a kid with the old regular guy, no father around, and your pops is in jail. Like, there's nothing around to help you while you work and you do certain things. Help raise your child, especially if it's a male child, right? But back to Travis and why we speaking about it again, because a lot of people are still coming out about it. A lot of people feel like me now, like, all right, well, fuck it. You said what you said. I definitely don't want my page flagged, which I'm not saying nothing that's not true or outlandish anyways. This is what's out there. I really just was like, protect yourself. You got the best mentor that you possibly could have. You know what I mean? Which is Dion. He done been there and done that. So he should be telling you, but a lot of us got to learn the hard way and on our own. And living off experience is sometimes the best life, lesson. Even though somebody that already been through it, could tell you like, yo, this is exactly what's gonna happen. When you walk through that door, they're gonna say, surprise, the confetti's gonna fall, your mom's gonna come out, your kid's gonna come out, woo, 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 ah, ah, ah. This is what's gonna happen. Then you're gonna slip, you're gonna fall, you're gonna bang your head, not remember nothing. Then you're gonna come back, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna be explaining the same shit to you. And you'll be like, nah, you still got it. You know what I mean? Like, but the point is, some people got to go through whatever it is that they got to go through on their own. And she recently came out again trying to make him look like a good guy, make it look like everything's okay. But what she really said is like, boom. I used to go to the club, or I used to go out because I don't drink a lot, but I am Mexican or whatever she said, right? Whatever her nationality is. I think she did say Mexican. So she like, tequila's in my vein. So which one is it? You don't drink a lot or tequila's in your vein? I get it. She's playing. She's trolling. Cool. He did mention on the live when he like, yo, y'all talking about me, talking about my girlfriend. He like, yo, y'all send her the Gmail. So when she wake up, she got a lot of positive things, said about her because she knocked out. He like, I don't know why she drunk so much, but all this is getting to her. It's a big red flag. Just like we was talking about Malika Andrews. So all of this is getting to you. Excuse me. All of what? People saying you're a gold digger, but it's not true. People saying you taking a moment from him, but it's not true. What's overwhelming for you at 23, 22, super young? They both super young, and I get it. She 2 years, maybe 3 years older, so she still don't probably see him as a man, probably more like a boy. She older, so it's like, you know what I mean, nigga, like he have to get his swag up from under her, and he probably will get it. Then, you know what I mean, she'll be wishing they could go back to the old days, and she treated him nicer. Like Mike said, I should have treated you better. Now I wonder who's loving you. You know what I mean? Like I wonder. You're gonna be wondering. Unless you get the come up that everybody's talking about. But it's that with the sitting in the car for hours just on TikTok or Instagram while you party, serve drinks, if you was a bartender, if you was a stripper, some people were saying, allegedly, fans only, I don't know. And then it's the last thing, which is the most egregious, gotta be, right? Because after this, what's gonna be the excuse? What's gonna be your take on, well, this is what really happened, and you know, this is what happened, and we looking at you with the side eye. So if you don't know what I'm speaking about, you can't even say allegedly because it's her name and all that on there. She jumped in Ant-Man DMs with the eye with the heart eye emojis on the face and the money sign, you know, with the tongue out, with the money sign. First of all, love money. What are you saying? Why are you saying that when you with Travis? Why are you in his DMs? Why are you commenting, you know, faces with love and money signs? That's what people are asking. I'm gonna ask it. Y'all say, oh, that's controlling. It's social media. You can like stuff. Yeah, you can like stuff. You can. Everybody's position is different. It is levels to how long you've been with your person. You know what y'all accept. You know what's acceptable, what's not. And then you know you hear the other video about the waitress and who could talk to who, and it just seemed like she made up all these rules and regulations, and he just going along to go along with it. Like he don't really know he's that guy, and he not really one of them, but he one of them. He all in the streets. He mixing the sauce. Shout out to Bryce. Like I mean, like. She's making him look bad. And the thing is, like Shannon said, and like a lot of people are saying, why even bring this to the light? That he cheated. That, you know what I mean? That he drove you to the club and let you have a good time. Like it ain't no Ubers. Like you couldn't go with your friends. Like it's no trust. Like you the baddest in the world and he just so worried about his girl that he just gonna sit in the car for hours and wait for you to finish partying. I say, damn. Excuse me. I'm like, damn. That's crazy. That's definitely friend zone and somebody who, and I know what it's like. I'll be the first to read. I wasn't no always shrewd guy. You know what I mean? I took my lessons. I got shot down. Somebody called 911. I just talked about what 2 Fridays ago, about bagging a joint who you thought was out of your league, but you still bagged and you was happy. You know what I mean? Like I done been through all the scenarios, and if you a guy that's not afraid of rejection and going to get something, then this you're gonna be rejected. You're gonna score. You're gonna see a lot of different sides of the coin because you are on the prowl. You're gonna learn what works, what don't work, what type of women. And everybody don't fit in the same box, but you meet different type of women from this place, that place, this background. This one is like this. Some of them groups fit in like this. Being around people, co-workers, learning the nature of women, how women give it up. Being with, won't go too crazy on it, but just, you learn some of it. And some of it's learned through hardship. You know what I mean? Being with somebody that you think is for you and they not. And they crushing your little heart up. Or, putting trust in somebody and they backdooring you. Or, after it's over, even though it's supposed to be on, commendable, terms, you see them lashing out with venom. You see them putting out false narrative. Look at the Remy Ma, look at the Pat. We see, oh, you would take, we see the venom come out now. Now when everything's quiet, we see the venom come out. So I'm just pointing that out to say, his lady, she thinks she painting him out to be one way, but he looking like a sucker. She painting him out to be a lame, or what men would say is a lame. And a lot of times I quote this quote, I don't know where it's from, but it's definitely true. And that quote is, no matter how many, if you're a man, no matter how many women adore you, fawn over you, think you the shit, and shorty right there is the shit, like you the shit, right? You everything in their eyes. You know what I mean? You Mike Jack, you Kobe Bryant, you Chris Brown, you whoever, right? Whoever's, you know what I mean, young Denzel, you Future and the ATL popping days, right? No matter how many women view you in whatever way I just said, if other men view you as a sucker, pushover, or lame, or you know what I mean, whatever other adjective you want to add in there, it don't matter how many women view you as the king of the crop or the you know the top of the best. If niggas is looking at you like, well, nah, homie is a sucker, because you know what men matter. Not to say that women what they think don't matter, but the point that I'm making is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman's touching on it. Very true. But it's still the men looking at. These are your peers. These are niggas who peace standing up like you. Know what I mean? Holy, you know what I mean? Still do the fucking and not get upped. It's the men. So we're looking at you, you know, with skepticism, side eyes, or with a lack of respect, homie. And that's the worst thing you can have, you know, as a man. That's why in prison or in gladiator places where, you know, even if you're gonna lose, you're gonna have to fight. Just to show like, yeah, I know in here it's 100 people. I know I only could beat 30, 33, 34. The other 60, you know what I mean? Other 66, other 67, they're gonna whip my ass. But I'm still gonna fight. Now, if you don't fight, or we don't think you're gonna fight, then you know even the people you might thought you could have beat, that's gone now. It's like nah, if we know you ain't fighting, and you ain't gonna stand up for yourself, and you told Harpo to beat me, then we all taking advantage, and now you get treated lower than the low and the scum of the earth, and people take advantage. That's just what it is. Take your hat, take your cookies, take your book bag, spin on your boots, make you dance. Make you wash other niggas' drawers, make you go on the dance floor, bring other people drugs back, take your commissary, like niggas do you filthy. Take your phone calls, take your country, take your women, take your culture. I take everything. I take you. Take your life. Take your manhood, then your life. That's the reality. When humans, especially men, overtake other men, or they have a lack of respect for the other men. It's going to be hard living for you, even if all women think you handsome, even if all women say you lay the best pipe. None of that shit matters outside the bedroom, outside women just chatting, unless they got a whole bunch of the dudes who they control could help buy you some safety and some protection. Otherwise, it's going to be hard in here for you. Pause. Pausellini. You know what I mean? It's going to be a rough bid. It's going to be a rough life you walking through where other men don't respect you as a man. You have to take that. No, I mean, no Diddy. Take that. No, I'm being, and that's just the reality. You know what I mean? But we ain't gonna be on here too much longer. What else we got? Oh, let's talk about this last shit. Then we get into the picks and all that. So Travis, my guy, I'll just say, I want to hear what y'all gonna cook up about the emojis and the DM. And now how you look, she was fake doing damage control, but she just looked like, yo, you just was driving her to work or to party, you know what I mean? And you just sat in the car. Cool, you don't party, but you can't come in, can't hang out, or and why would you even want to go? You know what I mean? Knowing you leaving the love of your life in the car for a couple hours when they got Uber and all that. You might as well just stay at home, my nigga. But it is what it is. We wishing them the best. I won't be speaking on it no more unless it comes out that, you know, she got caught doing X, Y, Z, or this is what it really was. And then it'll just be a swing back to say, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed. I'm not happy that it happened, but I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed. Let's get to this last thing before we get to the picks. It's Cooking with Kaya chick, right? Cooking with Kaya. I think that's her name, right? What's her name? Yeah, Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya, right? And didn't know about her, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure it's a few people on YouTube, on TikTok, on social media with a niche, with a little bounce, with a little flair. You know, niggas I see people trying to copy the swag over here. Like, you know what I mean? We're a little low level, we don't be getting a lot of views like that, but you soon catch up. Once niggas get a loader, you know what I mean? Well, I already see some of the, you know what I mean? They say, well, what is it? The best form of flattery is imitation. But like Nas said, no idea is original. It's nothing new under the sun. It's never what you do, but how it's done. What you base your happiness around? Material, women, and mad paper. That mean you inferior, not major. That mean you inferior, not major. That's Nas one of the best. And he was right. Ain't no idea original. Ain't nothing new under the sun. But it is true, or it's never what you do, but how it's done. Some people do it better than others. You know what I mean? And some people work real hard to learn how to do it better than others. But anyway, I didn't know who she was, cooking with Kai, and started seeing a couple of videos spin. A lot of brothers talking about how a lot of women is hating on her because she cooking. I guess that's a bad thing. She nice at cooking. I guess that's a bad thing. She always, I guess her angle or her niche is, you know, if I was cooking this for your husband or your baby father or your boyfriend, I'll probably book him because I'm nice over here. Or you could cook like this and woo, woo, woo. Then she turn around and, come on, baby, come on, baby. Like she's shaking her ass, you know what I mean? And you jingling, baby. Go ahead, baby. Like she jingling and Uncle L. And she do be jingling, a nice little rack on her. You know what I mean? Somebody said she got him done. Somebody said her body natural. You know, I can't really tell from the videos I've seen. I think she's an attractive woman, right? And people is wondering where the hate is coming from. People want to get a channel shut down. Women like, fuck that bitch. See, even somebody do a skit or something like that. They had brought some food out for their lady. They cooked some food. The lady like, where you cooking? Or I've been watching the cooking show. Turn to her show. Lady get mad, throw the food. This is skit and all that. At least I'm assuming, right? People be doing the most to get the views. We know that. They're going to set up camp on the side of the Brooklyn Bridge and they're going to sell hamburgers. They're going to set themselves on fire. And that's a fire all to get views and, do dumb shit. Jump out the garbage, Mr. Grouch and all that. And just for views. So we're not surprised at that. But the hate, I'm not surprised at that either. We know that women do the most hating on other women for whatever reason. Whether it's body shaming, whether it's I take your man, whether it's your vagina smell, whether you're not that pretty, whether you wear too much makeup, whether your clothes is fake, your bag is whack, she walk funny, she masculine, she don't know how to dress, her fucking gorgeous sideburns don't be fleeking the way they supposed to be fleeking. And I'm being funny, of course. Chop it, spin it, I'm being funny. This about her, she got that from her mom's, or, she got inheritance, or she thinks she all that. Her ass has got done. She went to DR. She put lips injections. She do Botox. She hang over there with them. She don't really like, you know what I mean? All this shit needs to be like, that's why Drake on that, what's that song like? He like, bitches asking code for the Wi-Fi, just to show me pictures of their friends. Just to tell me they ain't really friends. Like, come on. You think you impressing me, but you're not impressing me. And that's why I always quote Gold and Race from the Purple Tape. Like, you know what I mean? You pop a little Cristal. You know what I mean? The head niggas come. You know what I mean? They want to pop Cristal. You know what I mean? You say one word, here they come, want to flip it and bounce it. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, not sounding right. You know what I mean? Niggas try to shine on you before you get a chance to shine on your own shit. This is what women do. And it's not to say that men don't do it. Men do it. There's a lot of bitch ass niggas out here. It's a lot of sucker, weirdo, bum, not stand up ass niggas out here. Of course it is. But this is what women be doing to other women. Even if a nigga look at a joint and be like, hey, she ain't all that attractive, we ain't gonna just be jumping in the comments like, yo, her wig ain't all right, or, her nails, she need this, she need that, and all that. And that's what women be doing. And we see it with the Kaya chick, all the hate out of nowhere. All because she's shaking her little ass, jingling her little breasts, showing you how to make a lobster and potatoes with gravy. You know what I mean? And some asparagus on the side. Talking about cooking with Kaya. I think one of the videos that I've seen now that I'm familiar with who she is, she got 160,000 followers now on YouTube, so she getting a couple dollars now. Videos are spinning more. People know her. Somebody told me, I don't know if it's true because I ain't really dig into the story like that she got a restaurant deal or she got a deal now because people hated on her. Look at what's the dude, the Adidas dude? I think it was Adidas. When he had the suit on or he had the dress and the two chicks, excuse me, was filming him, talking about he ain't have no swag or whatever, and then Adidas end up giving him a brand deal or some shit like that. Like, they always come from people, you know, who they don't see the vision. They think they better than you. They think they should have what you have, even though they don't put the work in. And I said, like, know what I mean? Like, how you waiting for the next man to get rich? Your plan is to stick out your hand real quick. What if he serve your family and he serve you shit? Then he need that head you get and he deserve your bitch. Since you waiting for cash to fall out the sky all your life, like dwelling on the past when you wasn't too bright. Know what I mean? Like, come on, you can't wait for the next man to come feed you. And if you do, and that's your mentality, then if you got a wife or a family and he putting food in their mouth, then he like I said, he deserve what's on your plate if he giving it to you. Not to say that you ain't going out to help earn it, but you get the point that he was making. She doing what she do. Why is the hate? Because you feel you better? Because your video ain't pop? Because you got the BBL when she didn't? Because you doing whatever you doing, you know what I mean? And it ain't working. Re-strategize, come back, and bomb first. But again, I just thought it was funny that once in a while something comes along or a female come along and people will put them as a pick-me or, just the toxicity that they try to put on the guys. That should be right there square in their face, and we really know who the real culprits is. We know that y'all don't really be fucking with each other in that sisterhood, womanhood. That shit is bullshit. Not for all of y'all, obviously. But for a large majority, and I can say this as a person that's been around women a lot, you know what I mean? At one point in time, when I'm out and about or just to feel or whatever I was into at the time, I had the ability to be around them. I had the opportunity, I should say. Friends, not friends, dating some, not dating, playing around, benefits, no benefits, business, promoting, just being around. And so you hear the shade. What's the movie 300, when they shot all the arrows and they said, we're going to block the sun out, bitches be throwing that much shade on other women. And it's like, for what? For what? Because you're mad? You know what I mean? You mad at what? All right, let's get to this shit, though. Real quick side note. Seen the Jadakiss and Queen Latifah freestyle? Oh, baby. Crazy. Queen Latifah, you murked that. We already know Jada was going to kill. But to not hear Queen Latifah rap in such a long time, and for her to just come spit bars effortlessly, have flow oozing, you know what I mean? Like, she killed that shit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's on Instagram, just scrolling and looking for shit like topics and all that. I thought it was some put together shit. And I'm like, oh, nah, this shit is recent. This shit is real. Like, Jada went berserko. Queen Latifah went berserko. I probably watched it like 4 or 5 times. Berserko. All right, we at the show. How long we been on here? 88 minutes. It's time to get to the NFL part. Where we at? Week It's games tomorrow. NFL. We at week 16, so 2 more weeks pretty much. This is the last 3 games. All right, cool. We'll start with this because I'm going to have to write it down. I didn't look at the games yet, so there's going to be fresh analysis, fresh off the top. And it's games tomorrow, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? We did have the LA Chargers over the Denver Broncos. Whoever won was in the playoffs, but Denver was 9-5, so they had a little more leeway to lose. I think the Chargers was 8-6, so they really couldn't afford to lose. Plus, they was at home. I thought that was a good bet. They won and they did cover the spread. So we already got 1 win. All right, next game up tomorrow. First game Saturday. We got 2 Saturday games. We got the Houston Texans out on the road at Kansas City. Kansas City giving 3.5. Patrick Mahomes Fake wasn't supposed to play. You know, he got bent up, or, you know, they kind of smashed up his ankle or what have you. I thought Carson Wentz was going to play. And I still was going to take Kansas City. Now that Patrick Mahomes is going to still play, I'm going to go with Houston. I'm not going to be surprised if Kansas City win the game. They have been winning close games. I think they only lost one and then covered one. All the other games been close games, and they haven't been covering. If they win, I don't think they cover, or I think they lose. And I know they're trying to get the last seed. I mean, they're trying to get the number 1 seed. So all they really got to do is win the next 2 games or win 2 out of 3. And then Buffalo won't be able to catch them. Buffalo probably will win outright all 3 games. But if Kansas City doesn't lose 2 games, then they're going to get the number 1 seed. So I see Patrick Mahomes and them winning, not covering. Next game, Saturday. This should be a really good game. Baltimore Ravens hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Baltimore giving 7. And we seen this movie. We seen Pittsburgh Steelers at home beat the Ravens. Week, let me go to the schedule real quick. Week 11, they beat them 18-16. Baltimore, no ball movement, had a chance at the end of the game to win on a touchdown, or even will win with a field goal. Not really a lot of good game management. Not really a lot of plays I would have liked to see them run. Definitely not enough, in my opinion, Derrick Henry. This is what you brought him there for. Cut all of the tricks and treats out. You know what I mean? Like, get to the business at hand, run the ball, then go off a play action. Since then, they lost to the Browns. They beat the Bengals, beat the Browns, and they lost to the Eagles. And we had the Eagles this week. Now, the second game on the road, I see Baltimore winning. I see the Steelers covering. I do. I think Mike Tomlin will put a game plan together. No Pickett. J.J. Watts will play. I think Baltimore will win, but I'm not going with covering the spread. I think Russell Wilson and them, I think they can keep it close. Saturday's games. Next up, Cleveland Browns at Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals giving 9. That is a hell of a lot of points. I know they played already, right? What week they played? So they played the Browns at the Browns, and they beat the Browns by 7. Now they're giving 9. Browns just lost to, I'm not sure if Jameis Winston is playing. He's been giving the game away the last couple of games, 1, 2, 3. Now I like the Browns. I like Bengals to win. I like Browns to cover with the 9. That's a lot. I don't see them losing by more than 9. Definitely don't see. I don't see them losing by more than a touchdown. Next game up, we got my New York Giants at Atlanta. Y'all know what's next. It's New York in the house. It's Brooklyn in the house. Uptown in the house. Like, Shaolin, are you in the house? My New York Football Giants on the road at Atlanta. Atlanta giving 8.5. Woo. Seems like a lot. Bo Nix is starting. No more Kirk Cousins. Do you ever think about when you out of here, your record deal, video out of here, your days as an NFL quarterback, you're out of here. And we spoke about Ryan Clark. We spoke about Aaron Rodgers. And last week we spoke about Aaron Rodgers on how they're not playing with him no more. This is it for him. He might could come back on the Jets if they feel like they're going to draft a young quarterback. Let him learn from Aaron Rodgers for 1 more year. If he, stumbles or doesn't produce, then we put our quarterback in because, like the Giants, they're gonna need a quarterback. Manny 3 or Manny 3 times. Obviously, it's Peyton Manny and Eli Manny of the Giants, but then it's the other young Manny. He coming out. They saying Giants got the number 1 chance. But maybe it's Shador. Maybe, the Giants may take him. But I don't think Dion wants his son going to my Giants because the Giants organization is trash. Sprinkle some dirt on them. They are trash. With that being said, 8 points is a lot. Just throw the rookie in there. I know he's been backing up Kurt Warner. And I told y'all, the old quarterbacks is out of here. Next year, I truly believe No Matthew Stafford, he's one of the oldest too. It's going to be all young quarterbacks, and the oldest quarterbacks will be the Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens, Baker Mayfields, even though he's young, and who's on Detroit? Jared Goff's, all young quarterbacks. Denver Broncos, the Colts, Houston, Minnesota. Sam Darnold is young. Jordan Love, Brock Purdy. NFL was all young now, and the Kirk Cousins and the Aaron Rodgers, Matt Stafford's, they like the last of the older quarterbacks. Everybody else is out of here or they backups. And with them benching Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers might be out of there. It's going to be a new wave. But with all that being said, I like the Giants, not to win the game, but not to get blown out by 10 by the rookie quarterback. You know what I mean? I think Bo Nix. I mean not Bo Nix. The quarterback for Full Lane. I think he'll come in and do good, but win by 10 your first game. Nah, I really can't buy that. The public is saying the public is on Atlanta, 96% money line and 59% minus the 8.5. Next game we got Arizona Cardinals out on the road at Carolina Panthers, giving 4.5. Did they play already this year? They didn't play. Arizona trying to make the playoffs. On the other hand, the Panthers are not. Cardinals got to play the Rams and they got to play the 49ers, who they both played already. They beat the Rams 41-10 the second game of the season. And week 5, they beat the 49ers. 49ers, I think, is going to be out of it. Obviously, the Rams, they in the lead right now. I think Arizona wins. I think Carolina covers the spread. I think Carolina possibly could win. You know what I mean? At home, Bryce Young been looking good recently. Although they got a losing record at 3-11, they have been showing life. And even though they're on a 3-game losing streak, if I'm not mistaken, 4-game losing streak, they lost to the Chiefs, a good team. Lost to Tampa Bay, a good team. Lost to the Eagles, a good team. Lost to the Cowboys. Shouldn't have lost to the Cowboys, but y'all know this shit is scripted and rigged. And as soon as when they made Carolina fucking favorites, we knew Dallas was going to win. I had Dallas as a lock last week, and we was right. But now, second game at home, will they lose 5 in a row? Possible, but I don't think they lose by that spread. I like Panthers a lot. Next game, Detroit Lions at Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears getting 6.5. Detroit Lions coming off their second loss of the season, won 11 in a row, was looking real good. Injuries starting to mount. It's catching up to them, but all they got to do is hold on. Like, we keep on holding on. We keep holding on. Some great fire shit. You know what I mean? We keep holding on. All they got to do is win 1 or 2 more games, and they're going to get the number 1 seed. Minnesota is on their ass, and so is Philly. But because they only got 2 losses, let me go look at the standings real quick. Lions is 12-2. Correction. Eagles is 12-2. Vikings is 12-2. They got to just finish with the same exact record or better record. They already beat Detroit. Beat the Vikings. So if they end up with the same record, I guess it'll go on like who beat each other by the most points, who had a better division record, and away, home and away games, etc. When they start doing all the extra calculation. The Eagles, though, if I'm not mistaken, they just played the Eagles, right? So Eagles got the tiebreaker. Not the Eagles. They just lost to the Bills, who's in the AFC. All right, so this is how I see this game playing. They already beat the Bears 23-20 at home. I see them winning, but I don't see them covering the spread on the Bears. The Bears is trash. Don't get me wrong. You're still gonna have to be able to score with them, but the Bears are on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game. Like 5 golden rings. Like you keep losing. I think they lose again, but not by 6.5. I like Detroit to win. I like the Bears to cover. Next game, Tennessee Titans out on the road at the Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis giving 3.5. We've seen this movie already as well. Let me just refresh my memory. Colts. So the Tennessee lost to the Colts 17-20 after the bye. So you came out of the bye not looking your best, not looking your most spryest. Realistically, neither one of them. Well, obviously Tennessee don't got a chance at the playoffs at all. Colts got an outside chance. You're not going to win the division because CJ Strauss and them. Let me go to the wild card. CJ Strauss and them is 9-5. Colts is 6-8. So they could maybe if they lost all of their games, but I don't see that. But I do see the Colts winning. Tennessee, what's the quarterback for their name? Levis. He's just too careless with the ball, folks. Like, you strong, you got a good arm. Tennessee actually got a decent defense, but you just keep doing boneheaded plays, turning over the ball at the most inconvenientest time, causing your defense to be in bad positions and ultimately giving up points. So I like the Colts, although that half a point, I don't like it. I don't like it, but I'm gonna take the Colts with the points. Next game up, we got the Los Angeles Rams at the New York Jets. Jets is 3-point home underdogs. And short, sweet, and simple, I like the Rams. I think the Rams is fighting for position. I think they got to keep winning. They need some help. But right now, they are in the driver's seat. Jets ain't making the playoffs. Only thing right now that the Jets is doing is Aaron Rodgers, like he been mentioning in the media, and we just finished talking about him, is trying to finish the season on a good note, show that he still could play. Obviously, what's the wide receiver name? Devontae Adams just got his 100th reception or whatever, touchdown. I think only 20 of them was without Aaron Rodgers because they had the connection in Green Bay. He gonna be there. We hearing they're gonna run it back maybe. But I don't see them doing nothing the rest of the year. I like the Rams. Next game, we got the Philadelphia Eagles out on the road at the Washington Commanders. Commanders getting 3.5. I think we did see this game as well at the Eagles 2 weeks ago, or when was it? We did. So Washington had just finished playing. This one they went on their little losing streak. So first they beat the Panthers, they beat the Bears, they beat the Giants, 3 bum teams. Then they played the Steelers and they lost by 1, and we had the Steelers. They was the favorites in that game, and we had the Steelers. Then they lost to the Eagles by 8. Then they lost to the Cowboys. They shouldn't have lost to the Cowboys, but they lost to the Cowboys. They beat Tennessee. You have a bye. You beat the Saints. Now this is the get-back game against the Eagles. I think this is a close, fought, tough game. Eagles are trying to get the number 1 seed, so they're going to fight like hell. I think Eagles could win, and they might win, but I'm going to take the 3.5s in my pocket. It's hard to beat a team 2 times in a row, especially in the same division. They came off the bye, they beat the Saints. The young boy got a chance to breathe again. You get to look at the board again. Rookie year putting up, great numbers. Obviously, the 3-game losing streak wasn't good, but I think they get back on track. The public is on the Eagles, 74%. I like that. And they on the Eagles, 86% money line. I like that. We're going to take the Washington with the 3.5. Couple more games and we out of here. Minnesota Vikings at the Seahawks. Vikings still trying to get the number 1 seed too. Seahawks, Geno Smith hurt his ankle or whatever. He is going to play this week. I like the Seahawks. I won't be surprised if Minnesota come in here and they win. They've been playing better. They look like to be the better team. Let's call a spade a spade. But for some reason, the 12th man, Geno coming back. I know people are going to be on the Vikings, and they are. And I like Seattle. Next game, we got the New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. Bills giving 14. Oh, I really don't see no need to go against Buffalo. 14 is a lot. I know they just finished spanking Detroit, etc. This might be the letdown, though. This might be the letdown game. They trying to get the #1 seed, but without casualty. And they haven't played New England yet this year. They're going to play them the last game of the season. I say the Bills win, and they don't cover the spread. I like New England. Jacksonville at Raiders. Raiders giving 2. Jacksonville, they out of the playoffs. Raiders, they out of the playoffs. 2 bum teams. Not really rushing to the window to bet this game. But if you force me to bet, or choose a side rather, I'm going to go with the Raiders. They at home. I'll go with the Raiders. Next game, San Francisco 49ers at Miami. Miami still fighting for the playoffs. I don't think 49ers will make the playoffs. I'm going to go with Miami at home to win the game. Next game, Sunday Night Football, Tampa Bay Buccaneers -4 at Dallas Cowboys. I like Baker Mayfield in them. I like Baker Mayfield, wake up feeling dangerous. I think he come out and say, I'm armed and dangerous. Ain't too many niggas can bang with us. He got Evans. He got the other wide receiver. Todd Bowles got them playing good right now. Dallas, on the other hand, yeah, you beat Washington last week, but I'm going with Tampa Bay. Monday Night Football, 1 game on the slate. We got Green Bay at home giving 14 to the Saints. I think Green Bay could win by 14, but I think Saints backdoor cover. I think they backdoor the cover. It's a Monday night game. Green Bay trying to, they can't get the #1 seed, I don't think. But they can lock up a good playoff position. So as the games wind down, with three games left, I think their top priority will be staying healthy, getting all they play, getting the proper rest, getting their players that need rest, getting some reps for other players, and ultimately just winning, but not really trying to go all out and cover. That's my stand. So I like New Orleans when it comes to that. All right, let's get to the locks, but not from Yonkers. But first, before we get to the locks, let's get to the theme music.
Yeah. Great fire. Rich famous.
When the winner chicken, then the money long clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one, pop on his coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the band line in the air, throwing signals. When the winner chicken, then the money long clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one, pop on his coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the band lines in the air, throwing signals.
1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank account. I'm trying to get rich. Who else in the building? Trying to break the house. All right, folks. We about to wrap up the show. Sunday fun day. Even though it is games tomorrow, so we got to keep that in mind. All right, here go the locks, people. Not from Yonkers, but the locks to get you and me. The winner. Chicken dinners. Bruno, Bianca. What's the word? All right, here we go. We going with the Carolina Panthers. I know that's a spooky one on Sunday. We going with the Rams over the Jets. We going with Miami at home over San Fran. And we are going with Tampa Bay Buccaneers over Dallas. But wait, there's more. That's the 4-game Sunday that I'm choosing from. For tomorrow, we are going with Houston Texans with that 3.5 over Kansas City. And we are going with the Pittsburgh Steelers with that 7. I do think Lamar Jackson and them will get revenge, but a blowout over the Steelers? I don't see that. Y'all let me know who you like. Let me know who you taking. Let me know where you think I'm bugging out at. Of course, I appreciate you for rocking with me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We was live on Instagram and we was live on YouTube, but y'all know who it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid.